Okay, so we are still going to continue on exploring stream and collector API, right? Stream
Correct.
and
Yeah.
collector API, right?
Correct.
So last class we have created some employee, right? We have created some employee and created array list, right?
Correct. Yeah.
And this is a simple employee class that contain ID, names, age, salary, department, city, right?
That's right.
And just I written this inside the one method, right? So that we can anytime we can use this method, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So say let load data. Say loading data. Okay.
Mhm.
So we have a employee list, and let's employee list. We can just for each and print system dot out dot method reference, right?
Mhm.
So as of now, we have a uh, data. Now we have to think how we are using. Now this is the your uh, set of employee and different city, different age, different name, right? And
That's right.
last classes we have asked couple of questions and try to solve between the stream API and collector, right?
That's right.
So first things we have to uh, understand s- dot stream, and now this is till now stream API, right? If you This is the stream API, right? How to know?
That's right.
Just a sound in the variable, you are getting the stream of employee, right? The
That's right.
stream API on stream you can call the all the methods that suppose to provided by this stream interface, like
That's right.
filter, like map, like reduce, like lots of method, right? uh, but similarly you can say, so this is your stream API, stream API
API. Yeah.
or stream interface, okay, right? Or stream interface, okay. So how to get the stream? If you have a collections of object, you can call the stream method that return to stream, right? And after that, you can call all the method like here, like dot. Uh, you can call filter, like let's say filter employee, whatever the employee greater than, let's age less than, let's 50, right? All the
That's
employee.
right. Yeah.
And you can also invoke on lots of method, like I want to map, I want to only the name, right? Say employee dot name. So employee, I want all in name, right? And after that say I want to maybe uppercase, you can say again map, right? Map string,
Stream.
string dot uppercase, okay, uppercase. You want to maybe sorting, you say sorted, okay, sorted, I want to sort it. And after that I want to print, you send for each, right?
For it. Yeah.
Or I want to multiple things you can do here. So let's for each, or I don't want to for each, just I let's do for it, okay. System dot out dot printer. So here Stream API offer this set of methods like filter, map, reduce, sorted, forage, maximum, minimum, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So lots of example we have already covered Stream API. So right. So you have noticed all the employee whose age greater than 50 are getting in uppercase and order by ascending order, right? For
That's right.
C, G, right? In this case, not lots of employee, but we are getting all in the uppercase and greater than 50 age, right?
That's right.
So this And the last classes we say all this method like filter, map, sorted, known as a intermediate operation, right?
That's
Until
right.
you are not calling this terminal operation, right? For each these
Terminal means end. End.
yeah, end operations, yeah. Terminal operation that not return a string, they return the value, right? So this known as your intermediate operation. Intermediate operations only works if you are associating any terminal operation, right? Like for each, like max, mean, find first, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So similarly, uh, uh, collector API, collector API is a terminal operation, right? Terminal operation. What terminal means? Ki we can going to use after this stream, I can call the terminal function, right? Right, this is the intermediate operations and this is the terminal operation, right? So in this place here, after a stream I can call this collect method. The collect is the your terminal operations. Ready?
Correct. Yeah.
So here last classes we can say ki how to use the collect. So you, we have employee. So here's employee dot stream. Till now I am stream API, right? And after stream API, I'm say I'm going to jump to the collector API. So I am say going to collect, right? So now this is the your collector API. Till here you are the stream API. In stream API, you are going to associate one collector API. Collector API is the terminal operations. You want to get some value, right? Maybe max, mean, for each, everything, right?
Yeah.
So question is that notice collector API are expecting some input. By default, stream, you are not expecting any kind of input, right? You can just call a stream and you are getting a stream, right?
That's
But
right.
here
Yeah.
in the collect, this is the terminal operations. They are expecting what the things you are going to collect.
That's right.
So collect means collections of value, okay? Right? Collections of value. Collect means collector. Now, whatever this streams, they are passing one value here, go to the collect. And collector is going to collect, means ki after collecting one data, another data, another data. What they are doing to all this data? They are going to store in the some collection framework object. In the collections, we already know collection can be list, collection can be set, collection can be map, right? So whenever we are hey here collections ask, tell me what kind of collections you want. You want to collect all the data in the list or in the set or in the map, right?
Right. Right.
So we have to give input. So here say let's say I want to apply filter. Let's say I want to filter whatever the employee, let's key age, let's key greater than 50 at this time, right? Whatever the employee is greater than 15, those I want to collect, right? So in collect, I want to in collect list, or I want to collect in the map, or I want to collect in the set, right? We have to take decision, right? So
Right.
by default, these collect methods are, if you run this code, is still there compiler error. They are saying a collect methods is still not resolved, right? Because you are not passing anything here, right? Because you are not specifying what kind of a data you are going to collect, what data structure you want to supposed to be get. So whenever you are jumping this time stream API, stream API, now we are going to jump to the collect, means collector API. So here you have to pass some kind of hint.
Right.
So here say I want to list, I want to set, I want to map. These are the basically three options you have, right? Or you want to list, okay? Or you want to set, or you want to map, right?
Right.
Basically, because till now we have studied these three data structure, right?
That's right.
Already know list is the contain all the object can be duplicate, and set contain the all the data but
Unique,
the
unique
uniqueness, and map is kind of your key value. First we
key
have
value.
to
Yeah,
key lots of key and corresponding what is the value, what is the value. A key must be unique, right?
that's right. Yeah.
So here we have three options. We have to set something. So let's say I want to pass to set, right? So here question how to pass. So notice there is a multiple option. You can pass to set, to list, to collect, or to map, multiple options, right? So let with the list. So here I am saying I am going to whatever the employee greater than 15, just give me those all the employee in the collect. Okay. So here I am say let's in a variable. So notice I am receiving one collect object that holding the employee. But these are those employee which age is greater than 50,
Ah, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
right? And let's check the output.
But
Okay.
you could also do a S out directly without.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
you could do that. Okay.
Right. Okay. Here I'm trying to say this collect methods is returning to list here. Just explaining. Okay.
That's right.
And here notice that I am getting this employee whose age only greater than 50 is the one is the 60, one is the 61. Two employee which great age is the greater than 50, right? Note
That's right.
note here all right, all the data. Okay, so
Right.
this is the one option. Here I can maybe intercept because maybe I want to set, right? So similarly say here I am say let's I am going to like not set, I am going to set, I am pass set, and they return me set of employee. Okay,
Right.
here I pass the employee. Let's just demarcation. Uh, hmm, Here start S out. Okay, just okay, right. Okay. So here you have options. You can set. We surely know they are going to. So think what happened if some employee have a same two you can say two-person have the same age like 60. So in this case let's add one more record so that we can make differences, right? So I am just going to add one more record like a 60. Okay, same age, and just I'm going to add one more data 11. Okay, age is the same 60 and ID could be your 10, right? And
Right.
name would be Johnny.
But age is the duplicate.
Same. Duplicate. Okay, what happened? In the case we are getting the data and the age, all are that's the same thing, right? And just I am going to add in this list. Okay. Okay. So let's run it. So notice here what happened. Here 60 60. Here also 60 60. Right?
That's right.
So notice why. Why set means they have to return unique, right?
Because the
Why?
ID is unique.
Yes, ID is the unique. One of the good catch. ID is the unique. So here set we have to option. We have to specify which field I want to make uniqueness. Maybe pass the comparator something, right? This is the I want you make uniqueness on the basis of age, not by default ID, right?
Okay.
So you already know how to make object two-way, a comparable or a comparator, right?
That's right.
So it will, here you can
Comparator
pass
dot comparing
comparator comparing and employee colon colon age.
age.
So here in the two, here you cannot, this two set are not expecting you can pass here. So you cannot, here you cannot do, right? Here, like, because two set is not any option, you can pass anything. Notice, go to the this two set method. Two set methods are not expecting any argument, right? So you cannot
That's
pass
right.
anything, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
let's
I see.
check a two set, any overloaded method. Two set, there is no overloaded method, so you cannot pass, right? So here we have not any option, you can insert here, right?
That's right.
So here by defaults, internally, I'm not going to more detail here. Let's just as of now, just understand we have not any option to pass here. Okay, duplicate. So what other thing you can? You can, one things you can go here, say, hey employee class, hey employee record. I am uh, going to implement comparable, right?
Right.
Comparable of employee, right? And here I'm override method compare to. Okay, here I'm say go with the age. Okay, this dot age minus o dot age.
Age.
So by default, I say we are by default our employee list can be arranged in this employee uh, age wise, right? So this is the one way here you can do, right? Already we cover in the last comparator and comparable class. Okay, is it missing? So whenever you are working collections, sometime you will not pass to operator, then here you can go do, right?
That's right.
Okay, but they are still getting this 2H60, right? Yes, out this. Let's check method is call. Well, I think they are, this method are not API call. I think this API is not designed to like make uniqueness, right? Set. They must have to call this method right now. Compare to,
That's right.
comparing two objects are equal or not equal. Okay, but it should call, why not? I let us check. Okay, okay, as of now just I'm commenting it, right?
That's right.
It's not working. Okay, but good example, let's in the case of is like here example, simple example is stream off, right? And I pass one, just a string class one. Let I just want to check why two is one comma two, right? And
That's
one
right.
two, and let's comma again one, same string, right? And set right here and say hey stream dot stream, and okay, already we have a stream, already we have a stream. Okay, already we have a stream of already generate. Okay, is, oh, what happened? Dot collect, and I want to set. Okay, let's us out. They are maintaining two or one. Just I want to check why. Okay, so they maintain only one time, right?
That's
Here
right.
they know how to make a duplicate. If I pass, if I, so if you pass in this way, that means if let's in just check one uh, here and say dot to list to list. In the case of list, they contain two one, right? So here two set works if notice here this is the one duplicate, right?
Right.
Two set contain the duplicate and two uh, set cannot contain the duplicate, right? One only one time, right? Is it okay here?
Sorry. The collect two is
Whenever I say yeah, this is the use case, this is the one to one duplicate data and say
right.
collect to the set. Whenever it's a set, that means they are not containing duplicate data one. Notice no
That's
one, right?
that's correct. Yeah.
Means they maintain the uniqueness, right? But here, in the case of two list not going to allow to add the duplicate. So here one and even the one here, right?
Okay. Okay. I see. I see. Yeah. Yeah.
So here
Yeah.
you notice the duplicate data. Here
Right.
or not. The by default string class is provided by Java library. So Java know what is duplicate, which is not duplicate, right?
Right.
But in case of our employee class, why they are not familiar? Might be due to the record classes. I'm not aware why not works, but it should works, right?
That's correct. Record is also class, right? Kind
Record
of.
is a class. One by default, I think yes. By default, it is the okay. By default, it is a immutable, and record is by default is the uh, record. Control Shift record. Control Shift T type record dot.
Mm.
I want to just check the abstract. Control Shift R. Control Shift T. There is a record is abstract class. Record. Abstract. Just let's check me the Google. Record. Implements comparable. Java. Record API. This is the Java. By default, the record is the abstract class can extend object only, right? They are not implemented in interface. We can implement. The by default record is not implemented any compare to method, right? Instance method. These are these methods. Okay. So we can say record is record purpose records. When we're writing this class, we can override like a two string method compared to this is just I'm thinking uh, record equals. Okay, we here we have to override equals method. On the equals basis, they are checking to our map. Okay. So by defaults, this record classes are going to check equality on the basis of equal and hash code method, right?
Right.
So equal and hash code by default considering this all the fields. Okay. Due to that, all the fields are the same, right?
Right.
Different. Due to that, they are not doing. Okay. But let's same. I'll I'll do just I just know just I'm commenting this. I am writing just class. Okay. Class employee, right?
Right.
em class employee. Okay. And
So you
here
want to do
I
that. You want to do that regularly, the
uh,
regular way.
there are lots of features they already provided, right? So we have to declare some first all variable, right? Yes. Okay. This is this this. I want to check why regular by default record is internally given lots of method like two equal method, high school method. Due to that, they are by default understand these two are not not equal due to the employee ID, right?
That's right.
I don't want to just override those behavior and just add instruct constructor. Okay, all the argument, right? This is the constructor and override
Two string.
not I was just I want to set getter method. Okay, getter and setter method. Okay, okay, does some compiler failing? Yes, some compiler failing lots of places here. You can now can call get age, right? Get age, right?
Right.
Here get name, get name. Okay, any your places failing here get age. One more places failing like get age, right? Okay, just run it. Okay, so you have to override two string method, right? To understand.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Let's go and override two string. Two string. Okay, and run it. So now it's okay. All expected data. I am going to say now implements this implement implements comparable, right? Comparable for employee. Okay, and here override compare to method, right? Override this compare to, right? And
That's right.
here say this dot get is minus o dot
Get age.
get is and just run it as out. They are invoke or not, right? Until this method is not called by API, you cannot say this is working, right?
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So still they are not calling, right? So something this collector dot I have in this case this have to call, right? Somehow it works, right? But still it's not working. That means this API like to set is something handled differently. Why they are not considering 16 as a same object, right? Because we have to say ki this is a compared to him, but this method is somehow not calling. There is no any option to pass here comparator, right?
That's right.
So we have to check why this two this is the two to the here two set why not recognizing like 60 this 216 why not say ki this is the same equal, right? These are both are the equal. I'm
Right.
saying ki I'm not interested by default maybe this is really id the different id is different, but I want why not considering these two persons are a duplicate the same age, right? My so set should be considered somehow we have to uh, I have already said ki, hey employee you are comparable on the basis of my employee age, but this method why not calling? In the case of sorted they are calling. If you say sorted they are calling, say let's say like sorted. When you say sorted by default they are going to the call. Okay, Because notice this time they call, right? Sort method, no? How are they going to the call this, right? Sort. And after that, they are considering to 61, 60, 60. 61, 60, 60, 60. But in the case of to collect, why they are not? Let us later we'll discuss, right?
Yeah,
But I understand this collector API can option give you can collect set. Set works. Why here not working? We have to check, right? But we have an option like a to list, to set. Similarly, one more options we have like a let us map, like a to map, right? Let us we have a employee list. Uh, just okay. Dot stream, and here say collect,
right.
and in collect now we have going to say collectors dot to set to map. Similarly, the option to map, right? I am going to check to map. How to use the to map, right? Map means you want to some key and value, right? So we have to decide what is the key and what is the value, correct?
That's right.
So let's think what we am going to uh, let's first look the data and think you what would be a key and what would be the value, right? So here notice key we have a lots of employee object. So here I am going to create one map, collecting map. Maybe let's key like ID, let's key employee ID. You can say this is the unique, right?
That's
So
right.
you can say this is the unique and value could be let's say name or age or complete object, whatever you want, right? So here you can think employee list dot stream, and after they say I'm collect, I am going to map collect. This is all the classes is defined inside the collector class. Collectors is a utility class, right? To map. And here first we have to say the identity function, and second we have to do the value function. So identity function I say ki whatever the employee class colon let's get ID, okay? And what would be your value? So let's key whatever the employee say, let's employee name, okay, name, employee get a name, okay. So here they are creating the map, and now we can say let's in one variable. So notice here say key your key become this is the integer, the key become integer. What value become string. So how to print for where temp, here say collect 4 key set. How to print the map? We already know, right? S
Right.
out uh, whatever the key. This is the key plus see this is the key. Just plus key and this is your value, right? Value say this is the map dot get your key. This is the key, right? Let's sum the key. Okay, this is the key. This is the key. So in this way, you can use the collector.toMap. So here you are getting the all the key corresponding the map as a value, right?
That's right.
And now I don't want to key as a ID. Let's key, I want to some different. So here say what happened. Let's think what happened. What happened? I'm say hey stream and collect all data. I'm going to collectors just dot collectors dot to map, and here I'm trying to say not I'm going to id as a name. Let's see what happen. I am say id the name, eh? Employee, this is the id name, and notice name is the duplicate, right?
That's right. Yeah,
Let what happen if you're going to convert map always say key should be unique, right? And let's what the value could be name and corresponding age, right?
that's
So
right.
employee colon get age, and then check the compiler must throw some kind of error, right? Because I am trying to something incorrect, right?
That's right.
So let's print here. Here say collect 5, collect 5, right? So here employee is the duplicate, but map say key should be unique, right? So it will, let's what the output as expected. Yeah, they're saying ki duplicate key, right? Right.
Right.
So let's think what you want. If you want to say this is your key, so you have to decide what, because compiler don't know you want to store all the value in map. I will say key name is our key. So if the tom duplicate, so compiler cannot put key two key, right? Two tom. So here second parameter we have to pass here. What happen if some duplicate condition occur? So we have received two value, one old value and one is the new value. Old value comma new value. So here say कि just receive the new value. New value. So here you are trying to solve problem. If compiler found any kind of confusion, then go to here check both which value you want to give preferences. I am going to preferences the new value, right?
Right.
Here old term, it is in the new term. I say just you consider as a new term as a exact value, right? So this is the way in the case of map we have to put one extra things, uh, that would be a semicolon, right?
Key value.
Yes. Here, this is the key, this is the value. In the case of duplicate concept, so notice here, they are going to, uh, okay, here, uh, I have to print correct 5, right? And just demarcation so that key, we are getting correct value. So in the case of two map, have to little bit uh, cautious, right? Two map can throw exception. Now notice here, all the Tom have only 64 Tom. So which take the latest priority? Tom have a two Tom. One is the 60, one is the 61, right? Notice two Tom, right? One is the 60, one is the 61. So which you want to get? So you say, no, I want to get the new value. New value is the 61. So notice here map to the 61. Tom is the 61, right?
Oh, okay, okay.
So if here you say, no, I want to interest keep the old value. So here say old value. So while they go to create a map, here they maintain the old value, means key previous value. Previous value, what is the two Tom? 60, right? So they maintain the age 60,
Right.
right? Now they maintain the age 60. These are the age. How it's know? Because here you mention I am only interested the age part, right here. If you want to whole employee, simply say employee and just employee return. No, don't do, right? So here I am getting the complete object, not only age, right? So
That's
let
right.
me, okay. So here, instead of this employee, and here I can make a static import. So here say, hey employee list, I don't want to only age, I want to complete employee, right? So
That's
here I
right.
can say employee stream, after that I am collecting and I want to map. to map, but here key would be our name, right? So I say employee colon get name and comma. Here I want to complete object. I'm not doing anything. Just pass the same in receive. And in the case of old and new value, old value and new value, just return the new value, right?
That's right.
So here, so collect 6. Here you have to pass collect 6 and collect 6, right? So notice here I'm getting the complete all the employee in a map. Notice in a map. This is our key and this is corresponding complete value, right? Here I want to only age, so you can only take age. But in the map, you be careful, you have to decide what the key would be, right? If the key
Right.
have a duplicate, then this parameter help us. Old and new value, right? Old value, right?
New value. No.
Old value and new value. Whatever the name give just makes sense, right? So this is the third parameter you have to pass in the case of to map. Notice in the set, okay, similarly might be to set, okay, to map. Here to list and to set. To set we are not passing anything, right? But to map you have to pass the key value, and in the case of duplicate happen, right? Then what
Right.
system do? Is it okay?
That's right. Yeah.
So till now we have to explore this uh, uh, three utility method. While collecting, you can collect the data in the form of to map or to list or to set. All these classes are come under the from where this method I can call from the collectors class, right? Notice collector have a one key mapper, value mapper, and merge function. So this is known as a merge function. So this is known as a merge function.
March
What
function. Yeah.
what happen if two objects, two key are the same, right? So you have to decide your own value, what you want to do. Is it good till now?
Yeah.
Any confusion? Three maps we have understand. One to map method, one to list, and one is the to set. And if you are using the latest Java version, to list is the best way. You can use the directly to list method. Don't need the collector, right?
Right.
Just you show me the code. I stream dot. You can call to list directly. So you write this code in this way or this way directly to list. No, because this is the Java latest version given this method, right? It works, right? Both are the same thing, right?
So to list is the latest version. That's
Same
why.
as this is the old version, this is the latest version. Because many times in our application heavily use this to list. So always going to write this way: collector.to, collector.do, right? So JDK, I think after 16, after JDK 16, this is the new method added. You don't write this completely, right? This is the I written to you, just like write the stream the to list, right? If someone using the not JDK 16, maybe JDK 15 or JDK 11, so this method not available. So only one option this is, right? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Similarly, here mentioned you can use the to list directly, right? This is the one option we have. Okay. Okay, collect 3 1. Okay. Okay. So till
For
now,
map, we are passing two, one key and the value.
and key and a value. You have to pass map key and a value. And if e key have a duplicate value, in this case, we have to say what is the merge function. Else you are getting the exception right here. In
That's
the
right.
case of name duplicate, then we are getting exception. The best option always pass the third parameter as well as merge function. What happen if duplicate occur in the case of map, right?
Yeah.
Till now, okay.
Yeah.
And sometime simple like moxa string class. So lots of just we have to explore this collector class collectors dot have lots of function like a to map, to list, to set, right?
Right.
Even averaging, collect, counting. I want to count the complete number of okay very output, the number of record they contain hold, right? So you can say
That's
ki
right.
number of record counting. This is already we discussed in the last class, right? Counting
Yeah.
11 record in this stream, right? And might be they are interested. They say ki you can use this replace with a similarly they have also one of the latest method. Instead of this, directly you can say what happened count. You can write this way, or you can write similarly like count itself, right? Count method. Okay. So this is the also good way, right?
Yeah.
So in the case of counting, you can directly use the count function, or you can say collector dot counting. Both are the same thing, right?
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aba- uh, what happen if you apply like here something filter, or like filter, you can say employee greater than uh, let's key uh, age age greater than 40. Okay. So depending some filter criteria you can apply here, right?
That's right.
And
Yeah.
after that, whatever the age, accordingly they return the count. So sometimes you can use the collector dot count, and sometimes directly count by that, both return the same value, right?
That's right.
Just
Yeah.
depend upon the those methods highly used, JDK come up with the shortest form of the method, right? Is it okay?
Yeah.
uh, Sometime I want to all the data. Maybe let's explore employee dot. Now this is the option of just practice. How much you are doing practice, right?
That's right.
Collector.
Yeah.
And here I am not say collector dot counting to map to list to map. Similarly, filtering. I started we discuss filtering, grouping by also discuss, right? Group by. This is the max, or I want to max or min here. I want to the employee who is the maximum salary, right?
Right.
Correct question. Then you can use max by. Max by, then you have to specify the comparator, right? Comparator dot comparing employee colon salary, right? And just take, okay, S out. So lots of utility classes just given. We have to just be now. This is the employee, which is the maximum salary, 78,000, right?
Right.
Okay. What they're saying, you can also replace max with the max one directly. Even in this case, you can also directly replace with the best option in this way, or you can say directly max, right?
Right. Right.
Same function you pass here, right? Okay. Dot. What say? Okay. I added map, not max, right? Max, right? I'm saying what? Why I'm getting a stream? where, okay, and you can say max. So both are the comparator class also have a concise.
Oh, so
uh,
you put optional here.
yeah, why this say?
This is optional.
No, 1 minute. Why collector employee? What say? 1 minute. Optional means might be some. Let's some I apply filter here. Let's key apply filter. What happened? Filter employee dot age greater than 80, right? So might be case I'm not getting any data. Which is the maximum? There is a eight more than eight. Okay. So optional always needed in the case of you getting any data. In the case of a stream, might be someone can apply some filter here, right? And in this case, there is a no any kind of a maximum age, right?
Right,
So due to that, they are getting optional. And here say if optional dot is present, then you can print the data, right? Then you can say get value, right? If age is less the like 13, there are might be some data, right? Not empty.
right,
There is a maximum. Due to that, it is the optional value. Now here you are valuing, right? True value, right? This is the maximum is 78, right? It is the
right,
optional dot empty or value. Here you can say only value, then you print the value, right? Here this is
right,
value, right? So this is the way. Optional means ki might be this API return value cannot return. Then what happen, right? If someone apply filter, we don't know, right? Ki this is the API. Anyone can apply filter something, right? What
right,
happen if
right,
I'm passing the age like 80, right? No, there is no maximum, right? In this case. So what
right.
would be the output? Due to that, they Java say ki, I am giving optionally. This API return optional. Might be getting here empty data. No data, no maximum, right?
Okay, okay. I see, I see. Yeah, yeah.
So due to that, this optional is needed, right? Optional means might be you getting value, might be you are getting not value, right?
Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. So
Nice.
it's very popular too.
This is the if you are using a PI, we have to use, right? Else
Right.
you are getting the logically thinking might be data not available, right?
That's right. That's right.
So whenever some Java designer design API, they have to think all the possible scenario, right? Might be
Right.
sometime you are getting a maximum, sometime you're getting non-maximum, right? Or want to
Right.
find first, or max, or mean, right? Anything, right? Okay.
Right.
Uh, so in this way, you can just go and explore lots of these classes have a utility, like collect. And this collector class we have to explore collectors dot max by group tool is counting lots of things you can explore and do group by study do max mapping mapping out. This is the one good option. Partition means this let's give whole data. This is a whole list of employee. I want to partition into two group only, two part. So how will do means this is the one function that just partition all data in the two bucket. So here you can decide ki this left bucket and this is your right bucket. So in the right bucket and left bucket, you have to decide ki what data you're going to the put, right?
That's right.
So here you have to decide. Let first comment out and look the out data. Ki what the attribute base I'm going to decide the data. So now this is the all my data. So I want to group all this 11 record in the two bucket. So might we decide maybe age or maybe age. I want ki all the employee which age is less than 60 go in the left bucket and all age greater than right bucket, right?
Right.
So in this scenario, I have to use the function partition by. Whenever you want to partition or data in the only two partition. So here you have to say employee colon colon. I want to uh, get age. Okay. So here, but we have to say whatever the employee dot age greater than let's 50. Okay, so I have to just partition in the two map. So notice here I am getting the two partition. Let's print. You know how to print the map, right? This is the way to
Yeah.
print the map. Map is there. So let's. I am going to print. So here collector 10, 10 here. So here whatever the value, whichever the age is greater than or less than, the two possible values, like one is the true, one is the false. So here there is a one function partition by. We can use somewhere you want to. Now this is the true. True means these are the all the employee which age is the greater than, right?
That's right.
So it would be good. I can print in this list, right? So here say true. Just in say just I want to print some decent way. Here say stream dot for each, right? System
Right.
dot out colon print then. Okay. So this is the true value. True means ki age greater than 50, right?
That's right.
Else age, you are getting the two record. So notice here I am a two group. One group false group. False groups all age is the less than 50, right? And one group which age is the greater than 50, right? Is it clear?
So two group. Sorry.
Means I have created partition whole data in the two part. One in the true false part, one in the false part, right?
Right.
True false all the age greater than 50, right? And false part all the age which is less than 50.
Right. Right. Okay. Mhm.
So sometime you want to partition or complete collection in the two part, true or false part. Then this function help us. Sometime really I'm not using it in application anywhere, but this API explore, right? Sometime you want. Okay.
Right. Right. Right.
Okay. The depend upon our the use case. These are the methods available. So our intention just we have to explore lots of API this have, right?
That's right.
Because this sometimes someone maybe a good example in the case of I want to uh, all the even number and all the odd number between 1 to 100, right?
Right.
In this case generally whenever we are doing a program like int let's stream dot just I'm doing stream dot iterate, already how to use iterate. One
Right.
to uh, uh, whatever number less number less than let's key 50, and I want to whatever the number
N
just for
plus
loop
two.
n plus 1 or n plus 2 whatever the right here.
That's right.
And here say I want to stream. Okay, here stream just for each, for example. So you say out dot println, just say colon. Okay. So here you can print all the 1 to 50 number, right? So here
That's right.
someone say, Ki, can you just group all in the even number one part and odd number one part, right? I want to all data, but two partition, not the here you are a mix even or odd whole, right? Or the number. So in this case, I want to some kind of not just printing all the value, but just do. So here say I'm not printing all. I'm say dot partition, right?
That's right.
Collect stream dot collect, and here say not to list partition by, and I want to whatever the number modulo 2 double equal to 0, right?
Hmm.
They get me. Okay. And here you can print the value, like how to print the uh, this is the way you can print the right map. So here collect 11, collect 11, collect 11, right? So in this case, you can print all, both even and odd in the one program, right? Notice this is all your even number, and this is all your odd number, right?
Right, right.
In one program. So sometime you want to partition your data, that help us this method, right?
So partitioning by.
Yeah. So here lots of methods. I'm not going to cover how much things, but just let's you explore, right? Because
Get
this
used
the
to, get familiarity.
familiarity, increase the
Yeah,
familiarity with this, because lots of methods this collect API have.
right,
And one thing I'm share you, like here to map, to list, to set, to partition. Technically, let's I'm just highlight what these things. Why I'm saying this is the collector. Why I'm not saying this is the partition by, or this is the. Let's look. This method collect methods are expecting input. You can pass the collector interface. Look like in our case stream. This is the stream interface, right? Similarly, collector API collector is the interface,
right.
and collector interface have a interface. If you want to pass some object, that means you have to create the object of interface, right?
Right,
If I want to pass the collect, I collect method expecting you pass me this collector interface, right? Collector interface. It is the interface.
right.
So how can I call? That means I am going to implement this interface first, right?
That's
But
right. Yeah,
notice this interface is not a functional interface, right? Mm, they have a lots of method like object class, supplier, accumulator, combiner, finisher, characteristics. Okay, how
right,
I'm going
right.
to how I'm going to implement this collector interface? We can, we can do, but really I'm not interested to defining all the things, right? So this collector interface implementation already given for you. So Java
Correct.
designer say, okay, this is a very tedious task, hard, but you cannot say not. You can do. You can do. What you can do? You simply write a class like my collect, right? My collector, collector, and implements collector interface, right?
Right.
Uh,
Okay.
collector, collector API, and you can write the code here. Implement all this overridden method, right?
Oh,
You
okay,
have to
okay.
override all this method, right? You have to override all
That's
this
right.
method. We can do, I can do, but today I'm not going to interest it how you can override this. Okay, you have to give the definition of all there right here, and after it
That's right.
works. So this hurdle, all the things here manually I am doing, I can now, this is my collector, and here I can pass a new my collector, right?
Right, right,
It compiler works, right? Okay, what say they? Okay, yeah, okay, I'm writing the main method. So, oh, sorry. I have to write, go to the here. Let's, this is the static and go to the outside of the class. I think this is the outside of class, right? Yes. So here go top light. Okay, here you can write the here I'm and here lots of things here I have to, I'm not going to discuss today here how you can implement this character. Lots of things we have to cover here, but today we are end of the times. So I'm just saying you can implement your collector and you can pass here, right? Your compiler
that's
is
right.
happy,
Yeah,
they works. Okay, but they are not doing anything. If you just print in s out, they are not doing anything, right? So this is the one way, right? This is the one way.
right,
But this Java designer say, don't worry. If you want, I am implement it for you. So I am generally say collect here collected a tool list. That means this tool list method is provided by Java library. Here my own implementation, right? Here I am say not, I'm not going to implement this interface. I am going to use the Java library. This is the tool list. Tool list method implement this comparable interface. Notice the comparator implementation. Notice
That's
they
right.
are
Yeah.
implement this interface. This is the class, and they implement this collector implement. Notice here they implement this collector interface, right?
Right. Right.
And they pass all the supplier complete. So you can do, but Java say ki don't worry, for your purpose I'll provide the implementation, like here collector.toList, right?
Okay. Okay. So it does work that way.
So same all this like a character.set. Okay, what this, what is this? This is the just they return the implementation class of your collector interface. Okay,
Right.
whatever you are writing, maybe implement complete class, or you can say, hey comparator, I am go comparate uh, comparator, no sorry, collector, 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 and here you can override all the method, right? Anonymous
Right.
class, right? Implement. So you have to implement this all the method. Maybe here multiple approaches. Like if the lambda function that have four approaches, like in a class, anonymous class, method reference, or lambda function. But this collector interface is not a functional interface, right? It's not functional interface. So you cannot implement by method reference, or you cannot implement by the lambda expression, right? So we have only
Right.
two options. You can implement by a class. I can write my own class and implement this, right?
Right.
Or I can simply say anonymous class. I am writing here complete code and it works. So writing these stuffs. So Java designer said, don't worry, I am implementing this interface, character interface for you. So this is the like a to map, to set, partition by, filter by, group by, whatever we are calling. This is the provided by the Java for us, right?
Oh, so we can just do like this and it will work.
Yeah,
Like
all the things,
collector.
all these things is implemented by this method list. R to set, yeah, to map, partition, all the things, right?
Right. Right.
So please be aware. So here, whenever you call collector dot like something, here we are passing the implementation object of your collector interface.
Right.
Okay. So as initially say collector is the interface, right here.
Right.
So collector. So here say stream, as interface, stream is an interface. Similarly, collector is an interface. Collector. Okay, so generally, even we in the case of a stream, we are not implementing by default using the list class, that is stream method. They return the stream, right? Similarly,
That's right.
is collector, we are not interface implementing like by class, by implementation class, or by anonymous class. No, we are not. We are just going to use the existing implemented classes or method, right? So to set or to map, yeah, anything, whatever till
That's
we
correct.
read. Like here we read like a partition by. The collector methods, here passing the partition by. Here we are passing the implementation class of collector interface. Notice it is a partition method. Go here. They return the collector. Notice here collector implementation class of collector. Internally they have go to the here. Internally notice here partition method. This is the partition method implemented complete this class, right? These are
Right.
all the things in notice. Return new collector IMPL. A collector IMPL a class which implement the collector interface, right?
Right. Right.
So all this hurdle of implementation is given by this class. This is the class. Collectors is a class, utility class, and they provide the lots of variation of this collector interface implementation.
Right. Right.
So
Okay.
our today class purpose is on the stream class. Whenever say collect, collect is the terminal function, but terminal functions what are expecting? You pass me the collector object. A collector is the interface.
That's
So
right.
whenever any method take interface as a object, that means you have to not create the new interface object. That means you can create implementation class or anonymous class or use the existing library. So here we are using the existing library, right?
And to list is a override.
A to list is the implementation of this collector interface. This is the
Oh, implementation of the correct interface. Okay.
So notice here to list, go to list. To list the use the new collect. They create the object of new collector IMPL
Right,
implementation.
right,
This new collector IMPL is the class which this is the class, this is the class, this is the record. Go to the record that implement collector interface, right?
right, right. Okay.
Good.
Yeah,
So in this hour, be clear. Uh, Whenever I'm calling collect method means we are passing collect methods are expecting you pass me the implementation class of collector interface.
right.
Whatever till now, last couple of classes, we are using the collect function. Like here, we are using the collect function to collecting two lists, here two map, here two set. All here is the lots of code written by the compiler for you, right? Here they
Right.
provide the implementation class of your collector interface, and collector interface is not a very simple interface. They have a multiple object method. We have to override this at least five. Notice supplier, accumulator, combiner, finisher, and characteristics.
That's right.
These five method we have to override. Then you can make the object of collector. So all this hurdle is confined in the simple word like to set, a to list,
That's
right?
right.
But you can do also whatever they here do. You can also do. So let us if you just 1 minute, I'm just closing. So here like my collector class or here collector class, notice whatever here did, they are just create like in this way new. Notice here they pass the this is the one implementation, another implementation, another implementation, five implement. Notice 1 2 3 4 5, these are the five implementation.
That's right.
And notice here, the one is the supplier, accumulator, combiner, characteristics. Same is defined in this collector interface, right? Supplier,
Right.
accumulator, combiner, finisher, and characteristics. So this is not you cannot do. We can do. I can also implement all. This is all the override method. Here I can do same thing, right? And
Right.
whatever this work you can do. But lots of code I have to write. That is always we have to repeat. So in this case, compiler say, Java designer say, don't worry, just use. We have provided the simple version for you.
Right.
So whenever I am saying collect dot like collector dot to list to set, just feel lots of behind this code written by the JVM for you. Okay.
Right.
So these are the collector API and lots of things. They have very rich set of API. Means lots of method this collector class is provided to you. The till now we have covered some couple of things: to set, to map, to list,
Mm.
partition by, group by, mapping, filtering, right?
Right. Right.
But surely we cannot cover all the things, right? Max by, min by, eh?
Oh, there are more. There are a lot.
Lots of things. We cannot cover all the things. But
Right. Right.
you should aware ki what these the very rich set of API. Rich set means lots of utility class methods this class have, collectors class. All these methods is the one implementation of a collector interface. Notice,
That's right. Yeah.
and let's explore this. If any doubt, specific questions, we can surely cover. But this is a very interesting API. Look
But
like
filter map is a part of a stream, not the collector.
you can say it is the part of a stream, but stream internally is a stream is interface. Similarly, collector is interface. Collect method only need a collector, right?
Right.
In the
Right.
whenever you invoke after like here like a after a filter stream lots of
So
method calls, right? Like a
collect is
filter,
a part of the stream. That's correct.
like
It's a part of.
map, right? Like reduce, like a sort, okay?
Right.
Dot all the method, right? So all these methods are provided by your which interface? That is the
Stream.
stream interface, right? Stream interface, stream interface.
And
Similarly,
also collect. The collect also part of stream interface, but
no,
it
no,
take.
separate interface. This is the all a part of your stream interface, and
Mm,
inside here, like now say partition by, max by, min by, group by, right?
yeah.
Counting, to set, to list, all this is the just implementation class of your collector interface.
Oh, okay, okay.
The
I see.
collect
I see.
methods are expecting you pass me the collector interface.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So whenever you are going to collect method, that means you have to pass the implementation class of this
Yeah.
collector interface.
Collect interface. That's right. Yeah.
Collector is the interface. Interface is a very not a simple, very heavy interface, right?
Right. Right.
So due to the nature of heaviness, simplified version is provided by this collectors class. Collector is the utility class. They have provided all the static method. Notice this is the static method. Notice the static methods you can call them, right? This is the
Right.
static method. We can call them class name. Similarly, like here, cut collector.max by. Max by static method. Static method. What is static method? Call by right. So these collectors is the utility class. Collector is the just final static class. They have
Right.
provided a list of implementation of your collector interface. So here say, don't worry, you have to pass the collector interface object. Yes, let me use my class. So we are using the collectors class. And this provide the variety of collector interface implementation method.
Right. Right.
So hope is it clear what is the collect? Collect
Yeah.
is a simple method, terminal method on the stream API, right? But
Right.
they are expecting you pass me the implementation. Uh,
Of this interface.
good would be the change the name. Collector implementation class. Collector impli
Implementation class.
class. Oh, okay. So you have to pass the collector implementation class object. Okay, good sense. Okay, so here say collect is the method which are expecting you pass me the collector implementation class object. So you can write by own class or anonymous class, or third option we have use the existing collector class. This class
That's right.
itself provided the huge list of collector implementation interface. Is it clear?
That's right. Yeah.
And so simply today we cover stream API is the one method, that is the collect method. Collect is the terminal operation, and terminal operations are expecting you pass me the implementation of collector interface.
Right.
Already know कि you have any interface, any interface, and if some method you have to pass, then you cannot create like a new collector, right? We cannot create. Then we have to implementation class or anonymous class or any existing implementation, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So here we cannot say like we have five approaches. If this is the functional interface, then surely we can do by the implementation class, anonymous class, method reference, lambda function, right? But here we have not any option. We can use lambda function, yeah, method reference, right? So we are using the class collectors. Collectors is the class. Yes, right? Collectors. This is the collectors. Last S indicate this is the utility class. If you not part as collector is the interface. Collector only the interface, right?
Collectors.
Uh,
Collectors is a class.
class, helper class that pass the lots of helping method to us.
Hmm.
So notice collector is the interface, and here collectors is the your collectors
Uh,
your
it's
utility
a class.
class.
Utility class. Yeah.
Clear? Don't confuse. Collectors is a utility class, and collector is the interface. Okay, this collect is the method which are expecting you pass me the implementation of collector interface.
Right. Right.
Okay, this collect method is defined inside your stream interface. If you notice here, this is the stream interface and collect method. This is the stream interface, right? Stream
Right.
interface is one
Okay. Yeah.
collect method. and collect method are expecting
So
you
collect
pass me
method is only expecting that you pass the
the
collector
collector,
interface collector.
right? So you have option, you can implement the class or using the implementation class or using the anonymous class, or you can use the library. The like this is the one library is the collectors is the class, right? Collectors is the class. This is the provide the implementation of your collector interface, right? This is the collector interface.
That's right. Yeah.
Is it clear?
Yeah.
So generally, this stream filter map reduce all the methods is provided by the stream API collect method also, but collect method expect as a input collector interface.
Right.
Okay, good. Any confusion? Any doubt?
Not now.
Let's practice it.
Sure.
If needed, we can also connect again, recollect this. Okay, but
Sure.
lots of things we cannot cover all the things. Okay,
So there are many
yeah,
in the
many cannot cover all the things, right?
So this is the biggest
Yes, you
interface,
can
right?
say in the Stream API, this is the one of the biggest implementation of interface. You can say,
Okay.
but
After
all,
that, all other are
mm,
smaller.
but yeah, yeah. Generally, you cannot say big and use all the things depend upon the or use case. What you want, right?
Right. Right.
So let's do practice. Okay,
Sure.
it is a good for the day. Any question
Yeah,
you
it's
have?
good for the day. Yeah.
Okay, I think so. Can I stop the call?
Yes.
Thank you.